All right. Hi, everybody. It's Jen Romaro. Some people asked if I could show them how to create a Bitmoji virtual classroom. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up on how to do that. So here we go. So the first thing that you need to do is create a Bitmoji account. You could do that by going on your app store on your phone and downloading Bitmoji. There's where you can create your avatar. Once you create your avatar, you can make them look like yourself. You can pick out their clothes, change the hair, and then from there you can search and look for different positions and fun little things that you can use in your classroom. Once you have that done, the next thing you need to do is in your Chrome, we need to add the extension of Bitmoji so that it's a little bit easier to click and drag your picture into the Google slide. So in order to do extensions, you could have, of course, search for the extensions, add it, and then you'll have the Bitmoji on the side up here. And that's going to come in handy later on when we're creating it. So as you can see here, this is my Bitmoji classroom. I created a Google slide. I labeled it virtual classroom. I started so it's easy to find. So I'm going to just go here to a blank slate to kind of give you a little bit of a tutorial on how I did this. First things first is to create a background. So when you click background, you could choose image. I like to just do it from Google image search, or of course, if you have a picture that you'd like to save, you can upload here. So usually our classrooms have white brick walls, which is why I chose white brick. So here you can see I'm going to click, let's just click this one here. I'm going to insert it and I'm going to click done, and now that is my background. Step 2, if you look here, is flooring. So what I like to do is I come up here to insert, click on image, and we're going to search the web. Once again, you could also save these images and bring them into your photo. This is just a lot easier. So we're going to put flooring. I'm going to look for a picture that is kind of flat like this one. So I'm going to insert this into my slide. And then once we have it in here, we are going to crop it. So what I like to do is if you see this button here, this is crop an image. We're going to click on crop. We're going to drag this cropping, probably it's about here, okay? And then we're going to unclick, so now it's cropped. Place it down here. Since we need this area, what I like to do is the Command C, which is copy, Command V to paste. And I'm going to place that over here. Now, in order to make this look somewhat realistic, I'm going to crop this picture to about here so that it looks a little bit like it's flowing. All right, so now our flooring's done. So the next thing we'll do is we could start adding our furniture and things that we'd like. So once again, we're going to go into insert, we're going to go to image, we're going to search there. We're going to write a whiteboard. Perfect. We're going to click and drag this whiteboard into here, and here is my whiteboard. I'm going to adjust the size a little bit so it looks realistic. We can add it into the center, and there is your whiteboard. All right, so now I want to add some furniture to my classroom. So let's say we want to click and add this bookshelf. Now, as you can see, the bookshelf obviously has background to it. So I'm going to save this image. Let's add it to here. We're going to click save. And we're going to go to this really neat website called remove.bg. Basically, you're going to upload the photo that we just saved right here. And it actually is going to remove the background for you so that you could place this into your classroom. So we're going to click download. So cool. Now I'm going to go into my virtual classroom, click on here. I'm going to just click and drag. Once again, I'm on my Mac, so I'm able to click and drag, but you may just have to insert it, and it inserts into your classroom. Let's size it so it looks a little bit more realistic. Place it over in this corner, and now I have a bookshelf in my classroom. So cool. Of course, we could keep adding posters, borders. One thing that I do is, it's called screenshot. I believe you could do this on your Google Chromebook as well. If you just search how to screenshot. I know on my Mac, it's an actual application where you can screenshot, where I screenshotted this border to add border to the classroom. Same thing with, I screenshotted different posters that I like. So the next thing is your Bitmoji, right? How do you add your Bitmoji into here? So of course, you're gonna decorate your classroom. You can add text so that you can write things. Another really cool thing you could do that I'm gonna start doing is, I'm actually gonna put hyperlinks in here with agendas so that if a student is in one class, they can click on that hyperlink and it'll take them to another agenda. So you could do that. You can put a hyperlink to your Google Classroom. You can have a hyperlink to videos that you want your students to watch. It's kind of endless possibility. So now your Bitmoji. Up here in the extension, your Bitmoji will be right here. You could search the position you want. So for instance, I'm here sitting in a chair. So let's say I click and drag, and I don't want these words in it, so you can crop it, bring it down, uncrop. Now I have me sitting in my classroom with my students. And that's basically it. There's a lot of things, like I said, you can do with this, right? We could put up examples, hyperlinks to different videos and agendas. Our math program asks us to have a math vocabulary, and with our hybrid and our virtual, thought this would be really cool where we add math vocabulary on a virtual platform so that all of our students are able to see it at all times and they can always access it. And what I would like to do is possibly have hyperlinks to the definitions of them. So that's going to be really fun and cool. As you can see here, I added math manipulatives on the ground, out of the rug, some different posters and pictures. So that's basically how you do it. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. Once again, this is in Google Slides. We're using Bitmoji. We're also using remove.bg to help us take background out of our objects that we want to add to it. And your creativity takes off and makes your amazing classroom.